If anyone in my real life is watching this video, I will be moving to a different country, simply. Recently, we just hit 800 subscribers. Like, what the freak? That is so wild to me. Anyways, in honor of hitting 800 subscribers, I wanted to make a get to know me video. I posted a post on my YouTube and I asked you guys to ask me some questions. Did I get that many submissions? No. But I'm gonna kind of like go along that and ramble and just overshare about my life and certain things in my life because that's what I do best. The first question that was asked was, what would you do without YouTube or content creating? And short answer is cry and never have any passion in my life ever. And I don't know, if content creating wasn't a thing, then I would do like some sort of media job. I don't know, maybe like TV, something. I don't know. I would have to do something with like me on a screen or like something technology involved heavily. For me, I have never found any other passion outside of YouTube. And I had this conversation with my friend the other day. When people ask me like why I'm not in college, also, yeah, I'm not in college, by the way, guys, if y'all didn't know. People ask me a lot why I'm not in college or why I never went to college or what am I gonna do with my life if this never worked out. And I was like, guys, I don't know. Like, I always would tell my dad, like, either I achieve my goals and go as hard as I can to like get to my goal and achieve my goal, or I die. Either I will make it to my goal and make it to like where I want to be in life, or I'm gonna die trying. That has always been my motto, because it just never gives like settle and do something that I don't want to do just because nothing's guaranteed. Because even people in my real life, they'll be like, making it on YouTube is hard and doing YouTube is hard, and if you don't make it on YouTube, like, you at least want to have a backup. But no, I don't want to go to college. I literally hate it there. When I was in school, I had the worst grades. Like, I'm talking like summer school every single year, like genuinely. The only year that I think I didn't go to summer school was senior year. And before that, I went to summer school 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade. I went to summer school every single year. Not joking. I don't even know how I graduated. I skipped freshman, sophomore, junior, and some classes of my senior year. Like PE wasn't there. And then I had like a BIM class, didn't show up for. Don't even know how I passed it, because I literally was there like never was I there. So when people tell me just go to college, go into a career in college, like find something in college that you would want to do that relates to your career, girl, what? Communication, business, I don't know. Like, I could just do all of that now. Why waste 4 years of my life doing something that relates to what I want to do now, which is YouTube, when I can just do YouTube? Hello. Anyways, that's the long answer. Short answer, I'd cry. How do you stay grounded in your faith despite the naysayers? I don't know if this question is asking like my faith in God or my faith in YouTube of like believing that it's gonna work out. So I'm just gonna answer both. I think my faith in God, I feel like the way that I stay grounded is I continuously I listen to Christian music, I listen to podcasts and like people that are Christian influencers, so that I'm continuously like feeding my mind with the word of God. I feel like I used to read my Bible more. I feel like I have not read it as much as I have wanted to, or I should. I'm still working on that. I'm getting better at it. But usually I am like very involved in like going to church, listening to podcasts, and continuously like fueling my mind with the word of God. And I feel like even when people, I guess, question me about my faith, I usually listen to their side and then I just say my beliefs and what I believe. And I don't allow people to sway me, because ultimately what I believe is what I believe. And if someone believes differently than me, then that's okay too, but it's like, this is what I believe, babe. So but I guess in faith, just in general, of like living for things that you want to happen in your life and continuously like having faith, I've always, literally since I was young, I've always been like someone that has had extreme faith for some reason. Like, if I would want to go to meet an influencer that I really liked, even if the odds were like 0, for some reason I always had faith that it was going to happen. And let me give you an example. Me, I'm really big into NCT. When it was like NCT tour season, I really wanted to see NCT outside of concert. Like, I wanted to meet them. And one of their tours, they had a concert in Houston and in Dallas, and I was going to both shows. So I was like, okay. I was like, they're gonna be out somewhere in Texas. They're not just gonna go to like straight to the stadiums and back to their hotel. Like, they're gonna go somewhere. And in my brain, I was like, they're gonna be at the Galleria Mall, because the Galleria Mall in Houston is very popular. It's like the biggest mall there. There's a bunch of stores there. So I was, and And a lot of famous people usually go there. I had no idea if they're going to be there. I had no idea what time they're going to be there. I had no idea any other information besides the fact that I knew the Galleria Mall was popular and that they could end up being there. But because I live in Dallas and the concert was in Houston, I obviously had to drive there. And we were driving there the day before the show. So I was like, okay, I need to leave early because I need to get to the mall early because they're probably going to be there early. And my dad, as we all know from my previous video, he is late to a lot of things majority of the time. Love you, Dad, but he's pretty late to things a lot of the time. When he picked me up, I was low-key a little anxious because I was like, oh my gosh, like we have a 4-hour drive. By the time we get there, they're probably not even gonna be at the mall. Like I'm like stressing out. We actually did end up getting to Houston pretty early, and I was just like, let's go, like we need to go to the mall now, like come on, Dad. Like mind you, the entire 4-hour car ride I was talking about seeing them at the mall. The whole 4 hours. Like I was like, I'm gonna see them at the mall, they're gonna be here, I'm gonna say this. Like we were planning like, what are you gonna do when you see them? They're gonna invite you. Like we had like a whole stream of conversation like the entire 4 hours. I kid you not. Then I think like 4 hours go by. It's kind of like, I would say like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, come on, Dad, like hurry up. Like they're no longer at the mall, they're gone. And then he was like, no, we're gonna get there right on time. We're gonna get there right on time. We go through like this random entrance to the mall. I don't even know. It's like this random entrance, and when we enter, we like entered near like, I think either like the Dior store, Gucci store, some sort of store, somebody. And right when we entered, we asked the guy that was like in front of the store, we were like, hey, where's the Urban Outfitters? Because the reason that I was planning to go to that mall in the first place is I needed an outfit for the second show that I was going to. So I was asking the guy that was in front of the store where like the normal people stores, because girl, I'm not getting my outfit from Dior. He tells me like it's around whatever. So me and my dad go up like this escalator, and we're like trying to walk towards the direction of the Urban Outfitters. As I'm walking towards the direction of the Urban Outfitters, I look down. We just got up the escalator. I look down. I see two heads that look very familiar and two bodyguards that are behind the two heads. But obviously, like, I had no idea if this was actually them or not, but I automatically started freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, that's them. But I wasn't 100% sure. Then I was like, okay, we need to get down, because I need to like get down to where they are to see if that's even them. I am going down the escalator, and as I look to my left, there's a Starbucks. I'm gonna try to find like a reference of what I'm talking about, but like as I'm going down the escalator, there's a Starbucks to my left, and at the Starbucks is NCT members Haechan and Jisung, and Haechan is looking directly into my eyes. If you guys do not know, Haechan is my bias. I was trying to remain calm because I didn't want them to know that I was a super fan. I was like, okay, you know what, Lauren, like it's okay, like, but rolling in my mind was like, I've been talking about this the entire car ride here, saying that they're gonna be here, and I had no idea. I was not somebody that stalked them in my past time. Like, this was just me thinking that they were gonna be there, and then they were actually there. But I like had like so much faith of like, this is gonna happen for me. So I'm on the escalator, I get down the escalator, and right when I get to the bottom of the escalator, I sprint the opposite direction, because I was like, there's no way that I'm dealing with this. As I was running away, I came back and I was like, oh my gosh, Dad, that's them. My dad was like, what are you talking about? Like, what's going on? He was confused. I was traumatized, because I was like, there's no way that they're actually where I said that they're gonna be. This is traumatic. My heart literally races thinking about the story now. And I would say that having faith, this is a long story short. Literally, if you have faith that God can show up in your life, there's a Bible verse that I like. It is Mark 11:23 that says, truly I tell you, whoever says to this mountain, be lifted up and thrown into the sea, and does not have doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them. There's just nothing that he cannot do. There's nothing that God cannot do. Another question that was asked was, who's your favorite artist? Now this is probably the hardest question that I get ever. I don't have a favorite artist. Artists that I think that are like underrated, that are good, I would say one of them, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Let me look up in an interview how he pronounced his name. Hold on.
Dende here. How are you?
Dende. Okay. Underrated artist, Dende. Love his music. Underrated. Another one, I wouldn't even say that she's underrated, but K1. I also really feel like she brings the soul back into music, and I feel like she's giving like R&B. Her producer, I'm pretty sure she's also her own producer. She needs a race, because those songs that she be making, eat down. Coco Jones recently just got into her new album. I slept on it for so long because my cousin would play it all the time, and she'd be like, girl, this song eats, and I would be like, yeah, it eats, but like, I didn't truly understand how much it ate. And then I listened to the album and I was like, oh my gosh, this eats down. Absolutely. It's another artist that I've kind of been going into. Her music also slaps. Oh my gosh, Rachel Chinuri. Oh my gosh, another one I have to look up. Why does her name look like Rachel Chimichurri? It's just not that. Okay, give me 1 second. Rachel Chinariri. That's what they just said. Okay. Rachel Chinariri, You Eat. Those are the artists that I'm putting y'all onto. You're welcome. Okay. The last question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like job, relationship wise, love your videos. Okay. Now hear me out, guys. In 5 years, I see myself literally having millions of subscribers on YouTube. Just gonna put it out there. I see myself being in a different country, being able to support my family, like whether it be like financially or literally anything. Being around a bunch of people that are like-minded like me. Relationship wise in 5 years, I want to be married in 5 years. Low-key. Right now I'm almost 20, so I'll be 25 by then. Like, girl, if I'm not married, hiccup. Hopefully I am in a relationship. I have been single already for 20 years of my life. That actually leads me to my questions. I have made my own questions because I feel like maybe y'all were a little scared to get personal with me and you didn't realize that I actually like overshare my life. So I went out of my way to put questions on here myself so that you guys can get to know me more. First question is, why have I never been in a relationship? I feel like when you're going from middle school to like the end of high school, people are kind of like, oh, it's normal for you not to be in a relationship. But right after you graduate and get out and step off of that stage, everyone's like, why are you single? Why have you never been in a relationship? I honestly personally don't think that never being in a relationship and being 20 years old is a bad thing. I think that I just know what kind of person I want. I feel like for me, I want the person to obviously have the same values as me, to be moving in the same direction as me, to be equally yoked. There's like things that I want in relationships, and a lot of people at my age right now are not really there yet because I'm someone that is also waiting till marriage. In our generation now, like hookup culture and all of those things are very prominent. So when you're like kind of the opposite of that, the pool obviously of the men that you're gonna get that are similar values as you is smaller. So literally, truly, I just need God to send me the right man, and God has not sent him my way yet. And also, I don't want a relationship right now. I feel like I'm still working on myself. I'm working on my career. I'm focused on that. So I feel like if I was in a relationship, then I would have to focus on my relationship, and I don't want to focus on one right now. The thought of being in a relationship to me now is kind of like, I don't know. Growing up, no one ever really said that I was like pretty. Okay, what I'm about to say, I don't want anyone to be like, oh my gosh, pick me, she literally wants everybody to think that she's the wants so much attention, because that's just not what it is. Like, this is literally just my truth. Okay, guys, like growing up, no one really ever said that I was pretty or like attractive or like any of that stuff besides my parents. So I also just never thought that a relationship was really attainable. All throughout high school, all throughout middle school, like there was never really like a phase where people were like, oh, Lauren is like someone I would want to date, or like, oh, I'm gonna take Lauren to the dance. Literally, I didn't have a date to any of the homecoming dances. I only went to one of our school dances. We had homecoming every single year, so we had it 4 years, and then we also had prom. I'm pretty sure like junior and senior year. I went to homecoming once, and then I didn't go to any of the other dances because I didn't have a date. I felt like it was kind of embarrassing to go to a dance without a date, which no one should feel like that. Literally, if you have no date, just go. But I also was just never a school dance fan, and all of the dances at our school were low-key boring, so I was like, girl, I don't want to go to this anyways. I'm wasting my time. So I never got asked to the dances. I never got like male attention ever when I was in high school. So I kind of just assumed that I was like ugly for the longest time, just because people didn't like look at me and tell me that I was pretty. So now when people tell me that I'm pretty, it's kind of like like people actually think that I'm pretty now. It's kind of like a shock where my brain doesn't really process it. Like usually when people give me compliments, or when guys give me compliments, I just laugh, but I don't really think that they're interested in me because I'm like, oh, like I'm just somebody that they think is pretty. Like it's not like anything serious. Like I don't actually think that people want to date me, especially if they're attractive. Like for some reason I'm like, oh, they're attractive, so they for sure don't want to date me. But that's just because like that's the way that I was conditioned. I'm trying to let it go and release it, but I mean sometimes that's what happens, and that's what I think. So I think that is a part of why I'm single. Okay, I think that is enough oversharing for the day. I hope that you guys were able to know me a little bit better. It is crazy to think that we are now at 800 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough. Honestly, I don't even know what to say. I have no words. So thank you guys so much for 800 subscribers. I hope that you guys were able to get to know me a little bit better from this video. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We are growing freaking crazily. So subscribe while you still can. Subscribe while the numbers are still low and you can still say, I was here before 1K, because not many people are going to be able to say that soon. So make sure you're one of them. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again on Friday. Toodles! Bye!